Hi dear students, how are you all? I hope you understood all the previous classes. Let's begin our class. Today we are going to learn the third operation of integers, that is multiplication. We learned three cases in addition of integers. Which are they? First one, addition of two positive integers. Second one, addition of two negative integers. And third one, addition of a positive and a negative integer. Those three cases are used in multiplication also. But here is one offer for you. You can apply the same rule for the first two cases. That is for multiplication of two positive integers and multiplication of two negative integers. Let's see that two cases. First one, multiplication of two positive or two negative integers. The rule is that to multiply two positive or two negative integers, multiply them as whole numbers and put the positive sign before the product. I will explain with one example. Here we can consider two positive integers such as 7 and 6. You can choose any two positive integers. So rule is that first multiply them as a whole numbers. That means if any sign is there, you can ignore the sign, just take that numerical values. That is 7 into 6. And put the positive sign before the product. So answer is plus 7, 6, 42. Or you can write it as 42. Okay. One more example, minus 9 into minus 3, both are negative. What is the rule? Multiply them as whole numbers, that is 9 into 3, and put the positive sign before the product. So put here positive sign. So answer is positive 9 3 is 27, or you can write it as 27. Is it clear? Okay. Second case, multiplication of a positive and a negative integer. The rule is that to multiply a positive and a negative integer, multiply them as whole numbers and put the negative sign before the product. For example, minus 12 into 6. So first number is negative and second number is positive. What is the rule? Multiply them as whole numbers, that is 12 into 6, and put negative sign before the product. So answer is minus 72. 12 into 6, 72. So answer is minus 72. One more example, 5 into minus 3. Here first integer is positive and second is negative. So multiply them as whole numbers, that is 5 into 3, and put the negative sign before the product. So final answer is minus 15. Is it clear? Okay. Suppose that we have to multiply 3 or more negative integers. Then how will you find the product? So our third case is that product of 3 or more negative integers. There are two cases. First one, if the number of negative integers in a product is even, then the product is a positive integer. For example, consider minus 2 into, minus 3 into, minus 4 into, minus 5. So as usual, first we have to multiply them as whole numbers, that is 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Answer is 120. 2 into 3 6, 6 into 4 24, 24 into 5 120. Then next step, count how many negative integers are there in the question. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4 negative integers are there. We know that 4 is an even number. So it is an even number, product will be positive. So answer is positive 120. Is it clear? Then one more example. minus 4 into minus 5. Okay. First multiply the numbers, that is 4 into 5, 20. How many negative integers are there? 2 negative integers are there. We know that 2 is an even number. So answer will be positive. So answer is positive 20. Okay. Then second case, if the number of negative integers in a product is odd, then the product is a negative integer. For example, minus 3 into minus 4 into minus 5. First multiply them as whole numbers, that is 3 into 4 into 5. 3 into 4, 12, 12 into 5, 16. Then count how many negative integers are there in the question. So here 1, 2, 3. 3 negative integers are there. We know that 3 is an odd number. So answer will be negative. So answer is minus 60. Is it clear? One more example. Minus 1 into, minus 2 into, minus 3 into, minus 4 into, minus 5. Okay. What is the first step? Multiply them as whole numbers. That is 1 into, 2 into, 3 into, 4 into 5. Is it clear? Then count how many negative integers are there. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that 5 is an odd number. So product will be negative. So put here negative sign. So answer is 1 into 2, 2, 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 4, 24, 24 into 5, 120. So answer is minus 120. Is it clear? So now let us see one special case, that is, if negative 1 is multiplied even number of times, the product is positive 1. For example, we can consider minus 1 into, minus 1 into, minus 1 into, minus 1. Okay. So how many minus 1 here? 4 minus 1 here. 4 is an even number. So we are going to multiply minus 1 even number of times. So we know that if you multiply 1 any number of time, answer will be 1. So answer is 1. There are even number of negative sign. So answer will be positive. So answer is positive 1. Second case, if minus 1 is multiplied odd number of times, the product is negative 1. For example, minus 1 into, minus 1 into, minus 1. First multiply them as whole numbers, that is 1 into 1 into 1. We know that answer is always 1. There is odd number of negative sign. So answer will be negative. So answer is minus 1. Is it clear? Okay. Now we can solve some problems, then it will be clear for you. First one, minus 1 into 225. What is the rule? First multiply them as whole numbers, that is 1 into 225. This is our third case. One is negative and one is positive. So product will be negative. So answer is minus 1 into 225, 225 itself. So answer is minus 225. Second one, minus 21 into minus 30 is equal to. First multiply them as whole numbers, that is 21 into 30. Then both are negative. So product will be positive. This is our second case. Second case means multiplication of two negative integers. So answer will be positive. Multiply 21 into 30, you will get 630. Positive 630. Okay. Next one. Minus 15 into 0 into minus 18. First multiply the numbers. 15 into 0 into 18. 15 into 0, 0. 0 into 18, 0. So answer is 0. Then we know that 0 is neither positive nor negative. So answer is 0 only. Okay. Next one. Minus 12 into 3 into minus 3 into minus 10. So multiply them as whole numbers, that is 12 into 3 into 10. Then count how many negative integers are there. 1, 2, 3. 3 negative integers are there. We know that 3 is an odd number. So product will be negative. So put here negative sign. So multiply them. 12 into 3, 36. 36 into 10, 360. So answer is negative 360. Okay. The last question. Minus 3 into minus 6 into minus 2 into minus 1. So first multiply the numbers, then you will get 3 into 6 into 2 into 1. Then count how many negative integers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 negative integers are there. We know that 4 is an even number. So product will be positive. So answer is positive. Multiply them. 3 into 6, 18. 18 into 2, 36. 36 into 1, 36. So answer is positive 36. Is it clear? Okay. Then one more question. Fill in the blanks. First one, minus 3 into dash is equal to 27. First we can consider the number. Which number should be multiplied by 3 to get 27? Obviously it is 9. 9 3s are 27. Then consider the sign. Here product is positive. In which cases we will get positive as the answer? If both are positive or both are negative. So here my 3 is already minus. So this 9 must be negative. Then only you will get the positive product. Is it clear? Okay. Next one. 5 into dash is equal to minus 35. First we can consider the numbers. Which number should be multiplied by 5 to get 35? 7. But here we have to get minus 35. To get minus 35 as the answer, one should be positive and one should be negative. Here 5 is already positive. So this 7 should be negative. Then only you will get negative integer as the product. Okay. So next one, dash into minus 8 is equal to minus 56. Which number should be multiplied by 8 to get 56? 7. Here we have to get minus 56. Which is this case? This is our third case. That is, one should be positive and one should be negative. So 8 is already negative here. So 7 should be positive. So answer is positive 7. Okay. One more question. Dash into minus 12 is equal to 132. Which number should be multiplied by 12 to get 132? To get the answer, you can divide 132 by 12. What is the answer? 11. Next, consider the sign. Here product is positive. So there are two cases. Either both are positive or both are negative. Here 12 is already negative. So this 11 should be negative. So answer is minus 11. Is it clear? Okay. Let us move on to the next topic, that is properties of multiplication of integers. We already learned some properties for addition of integers, closure property, commutative property, associative property, etc. Okay. Here we have to check whether all those properties are satisfied for multiplication. Okay. So let's start from closure property. What was the closure property for addition of integers? The sum of two integers is again an integer. So here we have to check whether the product of two integers is again an integer or not. For example, we can consider two integers minus 8 and 6. You can choose any two integers. So multiply them. Minus 8 into 6. 8, 6, 48. Then here one is negative and one is positive. So product should be negative. So answer is minus 48. Is minus 48 an integer? Yes, it is a negative integer. That is, integers are closed under multiplication. So in general, we can say that for any two integers a and b, a into b is an integer. So this is the closure property. Then second one, commutative property. What was the commutative property for addition of integers? If you add two integers in any order, answer remains same. So here we have to check whether product of two integers in any order, we will get the same answer or not. Okay. So we can consider two numbers 10 and 15. So first we can find the product as 10 into 15. Answer is 150. Then change the order and find the answer. That is 15 into 10 is equal to again 150. That is, we can write it as 10 into 15 is equal to 15 into 10. That is, multiplication is commutative for integers. In general, how will you define this property? For any two integers a and b, what is the condition? A into b is equal to b into a. Is it clear? Okay. Next is associative property. We know that for associative property, we want to consider how many integers? 3 integers. For example, here we choose 2, 3 and 4. Then we have to check whether, first we have to find the product of these 3 integers in two ways. The first product is 2 into 3 into 4. Do the bracket first. That is 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 4, 24. Second product, 2 into 3 into 4. Do the bracket first, that is 2 into 12. This is also equal to 24. Therefore, 2 into 3 into 4 is equal to 2 into 3 into 4. That means multiplication is associative for integers. So in general, we can say that for any 3 integers a, b and c, what is the condition? A into b into c is equal to a into b into c. Okay. Next property, multiplication by 0. We know that if you multiply any integer by 0, answer is 0 only. For example, 50 into 0 is equal to 0. And 0 into 50 is also equal to 0. That means 50 into 0 is equal to 0 into 50. In general, we can say that for any integer a into 0 is equal to 0 into a is equal to 0. Okay. Next property, multiplicative identity. Then which number should be multiplied by any integer to get the same integer? Obviously it is 1. Because for example 50 into 1 is equal to 50 itself. Then minus 100 into 1, that is also equal to minus 100. Okay, if you multiply 1 by any integer, you will get the same integer as the product. So 1 is called multiplicative identity for integers. Okay, then one more property is there, that is distributive property. You have already learned what is distributive property. That is, under addition and multiplication, integers shows a property is called distributive property. In general, you can define for any three integers a, b and c, the condition is that a into b plus c is equal to a into b plus a into c. That means you have to multiply this outer element into the bracket. So first case a into b, a into b, here over addition, so plus here, then a into c. Okay, I will explain with one example, that is 5 into 12 plus 2. So here are two operations, that is multiplication and addition. So it satisfies distributive property. Then how will you find the answer? 5 into 12 plus 2. First step, multiply the outer element into the bracket, that is 5 into 12. 5 into 12. This is over addition, so plus, and 5 into 2. Then find the answer of each bracket. 5 into 12, 60, plus 5 into 2, 10. Then 60 plus 10, answer is 70. Like this you can find the answer. Okay, so here is total 6 properties, which are they? Closure property, commutative property, associative property, multiplication by 0, multiplicative identity, and last one distributive property. Why you learn all these properties? Because these properties help us to do our calculations easier or make your calculations easier. We can see one example how to solve the problems using distributive property. Here, filling the blanks. First one, 6 into 3 is equal to 3 into dash. Here we have to make this LHS equal to RHS. Is it right? This is LHS and this is RHS. We have to make LHS equal to RHS. So first one, 6 into 3 is equal to 3 into dash. We know that by commutative property, you can multiply two integers in any order, answer remains the same. So here answer is 6. By which property? Commutative property. Second one, dash into 4 is equal to 4 into minus 7. Here is also we can apply commutative property. So we can that means you can multiply two integers in any order. So this also satisfies commutative property. Okay. Third one, 125 into dash is equal to 125. Which number should be multiplied by 125 to get the same integer? That is 1. Which property? Multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. Next one, dash into 36 is equal to 0. Which number should be multiplied by 36 to get answer 0? That is 0 only. Which property? Multiplication by 0. By 0. So last one, 4 into dash into minus 5 is equal to 4 into 6 into dash. So here is 3 integers. So it should be satisfy associative property. So find the corresponding numbers from left and right side. then clearly it will be 6 and here it is minus 5. Okay, that means you can find the product of 3 integers in any order. So this is by associative property. Associative. Okay, there are some more questions according to these properties that we can do in the next class. So you want to study all these properties very well. Okay. So see you in the next class. Thank you.